So standing nice and tall, feet hip width apart, and start to roll the shoulders. Neck nice and long. Breathing in through the nose and breathing out through your mouth. Checking your hips are in neutral. Your knees are nice and soft. You're not rocking from side to side. Your feet are firmly placed on the floor. And then take it forward and back. So moving your hips and pelvis forward and back, and we're looking for a nice neutral spine. Abs are braced, neutral back and neutral hip. Shoulders are nice and relaxed, standing tall. So taking a breath in here as you raise each arm up and down. So apologies for my head has been removed. I'm not quite sure how I recorded it with my head off. And start to take both the arms up and down. So whilst you're doing this, just keeping everything long. Neck is nice and long, spine in neutral, hips in neutral. Opening out and breathing in, bringing your arms back. So breathing out, arms forward, open them out and take them back in and down. Tummy in, open out, in and down. So breathing in and start to raise your right leg and inhale down. Keeping everything long, try not to lean, try and keep the weight as even as you can. So the temptation is to lean to one side. Breathing out as you raise each leg, inhale lower. Tummy in. Take the knee up and out and in and down and change sides. And whilst you're doing this, make sure the other side stays tight so you're not rocking. So you breathe out as you take your right leg up, you take the right knee out, you bring it in and back to center and change sides. Breathing out. Open out and back in. So we take it into a curtsy, bring the leg behind and take the leg out. So try not to let the supporting knee go past the toes. A nice, gentle, and then we will change sides. So just a gentle squat down, activating the obliques. Do 2 more, and your last one. Stand tall, shoulders roll, raise the arms up and roll them all the way down. Straight arms if you can. Into spine twist, turning just the waist, keep the hips facing the front. So a nice gentle program. And take it to a side bend, gently each side. Try and keep the neck long. Breathing out, bend your knees if you need to. And raise the leg up and out again and back in. And again, other side, tummy in. Open out, back. And breathing out, opening out the hips, brace those abs. And roll the shoulders. So we're going to take it to a small circle, circling your right leg and your left arm. Option, take the foot away from the floor, but try and keep your opposite hip tight. Breathing out as you roll and take it the other way. Again, foot can stay on the floor if that's more comfortable, or take the foot away from the floor. Changing sides then, tummy in and start to circle. And the other way. Keep it going. And we're going to roll ourselves down to floor, chin towards the chest, bend the knees if you need to. So imagine you are rolling away from that wall. Bend your knees if you need to and curl yourself up, vertebrae by vertebrae. Inhale, exhale, chin towards the chest as you roll your spine down. Knees are nice and soft. So for clients who've got tight hamstrings, you'll need to bend your legs. Keep it going. We're going to pop ourselves onto our knees. The knees hip width apart, hands shoulder width. Spine, breathing out round your spine and inhale, dip. Keep your arms straight. So you breathe out round your spine and inhale, dip. We are going to find our halfway position, which is neutral back. So pull the tummy in. I want you to think about keeping your spine in neutral and we're going to take it into a swim. So then as you breathe out, contract the abdominals, extend your left leg and your right arm and hold it. Option will be to keep the arm and the foot on the floor. Lengthen away. Nice back stretch. And then breathe in as you breathe out, changing sides, lengthen away. Try and keep those hips as even as you can. Don't take the leg past hip height. Pull those abs in. Back in neutral, extend. Stretch. We're going to bend this leg, flex the foot towards the ceiling, a small movement. Hands can stay on the floor if you wish. Squeezing your buttocks, keeping your back straight, neck long. Last one and change sides. So back in neutral, extend the leg. Opposite arm if you wish, flex your foot. So if you find that's too difficult with one hand, keep both hands on the floor. Keeping that neck long. And rest. Back on your heels and stretch. So we're going to pop back onto our knees, and this time we are going to do an exercise that is good for sciatica. So you're going to round your spine as you extend your left leg and your right arm, and you're going to breathe out and bring the elbow into the knee. Lengthen, stay with the same leg, so left leg and right arm. Stretch the feet between the rounding, lengthen away. So at least my head hasn't been chopped off. Breathing out as you bring the elbow in. Couple more. And let's change sides then. So extend, opposite arm to leg. And tummy in, breathing out, elbow to knee, lengthen away. Keep it going, nearly there. Really stretch and then round. Last one. And pop yourself back onto your heels, bring your knees wide and stretch. So we're going to pop ourselves into a seated position. So when you are ready, let's pop our bottoms onto the floor. So with a curl back, it's important, if you find this one difficult to do, you need to use a band around your feet. Remember, we're going to make a C shape with the spine, feet in line with your knees, tummy in, just come halfway down and then halfway up. So you listen to your bodies, you only go as far as your back allows. So don't go all the way down if you can't come up evenly. Stretching your arms up, breathing out, rounding your spine down and up. A little bit further if you can. You know how far to go. You're trying to keep your shoulders and your hips even. So just go as far as is comfortable for you. Nearly there. Okay, so we're going to take ourselves into a forward stretch. Try and keep your back straight, so you're going to tip from your hips. So lengthen up and stretch. Again, keeping your neck in line with your spine. Nice, long, a bit kinder on your back. We're going to take it to saw pose in a minute. Before we do that, let's go back to our spine twist. So we did this for our warm-up, but we're going to take it into spine twist on our bottoms. So the hips can't move. Just gently from side to side, keeping the shoulder blades down. You breathe out as you stretch, breathing in, come back to center. We're going to go back to our curl back. So again, listen to your bodies. And let's pop ourselves, if we can, onto our backs. Breathing out and curl yourself up. So for those of you who find this one difficult, you go halfway down. For those of you who can, all the way down. You're going to lift your head first, then your shoulders back in the floor, pull the tummy in and raise the whole body. Smooth, don't jerk that movement, keep it smooth. Extend forward, arms up and scoop down. Tummy in, breathing in, extend your arms behind if you wish. Slowly curling up, leaning forward from your hips. And we're going to take it into saw. So the legs are wide. If you find this one uncomfortable, do use a block under your bottom. And we're going to stretch the opposite hand to that foot. So again, listen to your backs, tip from your hips. If you need support on the floor, keep one hand down. Breathing out as you stretch. Neck nice and long, lengthening away. Stretch. So we're going to take it to a side bend, and again the hand on the floor just gives you a bit more support. Try not to lean forward, just stretch it from side to side. Breathing out, stretch. Breathing out. Right across. Stretch. Last one. And then bring the legs together. So tipping from your hips back straight. Stretching forward. So onto our backs then, and let's go into a nice pelvic tilt, pushing your back into the floor and reversing. So warming up the back in the floor. Let's find our neutral spine. Abdominals are braced. We're going to take just the right leg up and we're going to extend just the right leg, keeping your left foot on the floor if you wish. To make it more challenging, the option will be to take that left foot off the floor. But you need to make sure your back likes this movement. So extending just the right leg, lengthening away. Neutral spine, no arching backs. And if you want to make it more challenging, you're going to extend the opposite arm, but you have to make sure you don't arch your backs. As you breathe out, extend your right leg and your left arm. Think about the lengthening of your limbs. If that's pulling on your back, you put the left foot on the floor. Bring the legs into chest and rest. Feet back on floor, and then we take the other leg up. So again, we're going to extend the left leg now. So keep the right foot on the floor to begin with and breathe out, extend. No movement in your back or your hips. Keep the shoulders down. Tummy in. So the option would be to make it more challenging and to take the right foot off the floor. You know how far to go. If that's too much, you keep that foot on the floor. And then to make it more challenging, you're going to extend your right arm behind you. Legs into chest and roll from side to side. Pop the feet back on the floor again. Check the spine is in neutral. We are going to take the left leg up and you're going to circle this left leg. So I'm just going to check on your spine to circle this leg. Checking your other hip is nice and tight. You're not rocking. I'm just positioning my body. Keep it going, circling around. Keeping your shoulders down. So hip mobility and breathing out. Option will be a straighter leg, but check that you do not move on your other side. Let's take it round the other way, same leg. So it hasn't got to be a wide movement. The temptation is to take it too wide and then you lift your other hip. Keep it tight, keep it smooth and controlled. Option will be take the foot off the floor, but we're going to do the other leg now. So we're going to keep the feet on the floor, that left foot on the floor. Check that hip stays tight. Shoulder blades are down. Bringing these legs into chest and rest. Let's bring both of the legs now up into a corkscrew. So we're going to keep the shoulders down. So this is quite challenging if the legs are too low. So try and keep the legs fairly high. You know how far to go. The temptation is to arch the back. Try not to. Push your back in towards the floor. And then we take it round the other way. And bring legs in and rest. So let's pop ourselves onto our side. We could take ourselves into a basic side scorpion. So the feet are together. So we're going to take ourselves into a side scorpion level 1. So feet are together. We're going to bring the elbow to the opposite knee. So I'm keeping my hips down to begin with. So if you find this one difficult, you stay with your knee down. If you can lift the hip off the floor, make it a bit more challenging. But I'm keeping it to a low level and I'm rounding my back now. As I breathe out, bring the elbow to the knee. Lengthen away. So let's lift up if we can. Extend that leg. Breathing out. So if you find this is too challenging on your shoulders, then you need to drop your hip down. Keeping neck and spine and leg all in one long line. And let's change sides. So keep the hip down if you wish. Keep everything long and breathe out as you bring the elbow to the knee. Rounding the spine if you wish. And the option is to lift the hip. And onto your front. So make a capital E with our upper body as you gently lift up into swan dive. So keeping your neck in line with your spine as you breathe out and lift up, no forcing of your back. Keep the shoulders down. And extend your whole body. So let's bring our hands together, forehead on the hands, as we start to raise each leg up and down. Keeping your hips down, lengthening away, just your legs. Keep the shoulder blades down. Only if your back is comfortable do you take it into both legs. So if you find that's too much, you keep it very slowly as you take both legs into 3 pulses. So we're going to stay with a single leg. You can do a double leg if you want to. We're doing 3 pulses. Pull those abs in. Keep the hip bones down. Keep your shoulder blades down. So some clients like to do a double leg. I'm staying with my single leg, but you do whatever suits you. So double leg if you want to. Bringing out as you lift. Keep shoulder blades down. Squeeze those buttocks. Working on your lower back. Activating glutes. And then we are going to take ourselves back into child pose, bottom towards your heels, and just feel that stretch. This can be done on your back if you find this one uncomfortable, on your knees. Keep your shoulders relaxed and just feel the stretch in your back. Keep stretching. And when you are ready, we are going to take ourselves onto our side as we add the side raise. So arm ideally above your head. If you need to keep the hand on the floor, that is fine, but it's important you don't put pressure on that shoulder. You've got to make sure your hips are stacked, abdominals are braced, just positioning my body so you can see me, and raise your top leg up and down, breathing out as you lift. Option would be to bend the leg if that's too much on your hip. Keeping your hips stacked. Make it more challenging, arm above your head. Tummy in. Breathing out as you lift. And we are going to add some pulses. When you're ready, 3, 2, 1. And again, don't be tempted to roll back. Keep everything tight. 2 more threes. And rest. So we're going to add a little circle in a minute. Just release your hips, bring the legs in. And then we're going to stay on the same side and add a very small one-leg circle. So it's a small circle. Again, hand over the head if you can, or hand on the floor, and circle one way. Option is always to bend the leg if you need to. And take it the other way. And rest. Bring the legs in. Right, let's pop onto our backs again. So neck is nice and long, feet hip width apart, spine in neutral, no arching your back. Pull your tummy in. We are going to take it to a shoulder bridge as you roll vertebrae by vertebrae. So you roll your lower back, and then your middle back, and then your upper back. You're aiming to keep your hips in neutral as you roll your spine away from the floor, keeping your neck long. Pull the tummy in. Breathing out as you lift, breathing in as you lower. Option, fingertips towards the ceiling as you roll up and down. Just don't be tempted to lift the shoulders, keep them down. Squeeze the glutes. Scooping up and scooping down. Stay up, hold it, and lower down. Bring your arms wide. We're going to take the knees over from side to side. So just gently feel the stretch as you drop the knees. Really important that you keep your shoulders down. Don't lift the shoulders. And the option would be to take the feet off the floor. So you do whatever suits you. And feet on the floor, tummy in. Fingertips towards the ceiling as you do a shoulder bridge and stretch all the way back, and then roll yourself all the way down, nice and smooth. Concentrate on peeling your spine away and peeling your spine down. Stretching up and stretching down, rolling down. And then I'd like you to take yourself onto your other side. For your other side, raise. Arms above the head as you raise your leg. tummy in. One more. Keep the hips stacked. And then we're going to add these pulses. So no rolling back. 2 more. And rest. So we're going to take it into our circle then. So ideally arm above the head, circle this leg. If that's uncomfortable and you're rocking, keep the hand down. And take it round the other way. Breathing, controlling your breathing. Legs in. And pop ourselves onto our backs again. So we're going to go into a scissor movement now. So the answer, you can either have both feet off the floor or 1 foot off the floor as you start to lower each foot down so your toes touch the floor. So breathing out as you lower down, inhale up. Keep that spine in neutral and keep the shoulder blades down, neck long. Tummy in. Option would be a straight leg, but remember you have not got to touch the floor, and if you feel your back is moving, you must bend your leg, or you keep 1 foot on the floor. So you listen to your own body. Nearly there. And legs in, give yourself a rest, or we continue with our taps. So same movement, we're adding 3 taps. If you need to have a little rest, just bring your legs into chest. Otherwise, back to scissors, legs bent as you tap the floor. And legs in and rest. So we do a double leg now. So remember, the double leg is quite challenging, so keep your legs high if your back is not very happy. Squeeze your glutes as you extend your legs away. There should be no movement in your back at all. Lovely. Well done. So let's take ourselves into our hamstring stretch. Shoulder blades down and stretch your hamstring. No forcing, no locking. Stretching, no bouncing. Hold this stretch. So you may need to use a band for this stretch. Then you're going to place that right foot on the left knee, and you're going to bring that right knee all the way over to your left side, keeping your shoulders down. So that hand will support you. And again, you go as far as is comfortable for your back. And bring that leg in. Now place that right foot on the left thigh, drop your right knee out. Slide your left leg in. If you can, hands under your left knee. And if you can, push your right knee further out and extend your left leg. Bring your left leg closer to you. So a nice glute stretch on your right buttock. So again, if your hamstrings are tight, you will find this one difficult to do. So I would advise that you put a band around your leg, your left foot, to bring that left leg closer. Push out that right knee and stretch a bit closer. Keep the foot where it is and arms wide. Drop your right knee to your right side. So you're aiming to bring that right knee down to the right side. Don't worry if your knee doesn't touch the floor. Keep the shoulders down. And bring the knee back and let's change the left hamstring. Shoulders are down and stretch. Keep stretching. Place the foot on the thigh and then bring this knee over. Again, feel the stretch down your side, keep your shoulders down. So that right hand is supporting your left side, just gently guiding that knee. And bring that knee back and then push out that left knee, slide the right leg in, hands under your right knee, bring your right leg up and feel the stretch in your left buttock. And again, use a band if you need to, if your hamstrings are tight. And place the foot on the floor and drop that left knee to the left side now. And bring both the legs into chest and sit yourselves up. So let's just bring the shoulder blades down and stretch our shoulder. Bring that arm across, keep the shoulders down, keep the neck long. And the other side. And arm up into a tricep. And the other side, backs of arms. Open the chest, squeeze the shoulder blades down. Try and cross your hands behind you. Open that chest. Keep the neck long. And we are going to take it into a side forward. So rounding first, rounding your spine, between the shoulder blades, and then we'll take it into a side bend as you take the arm over to your left. Stretch right over as far as is comfortable for you and change sides, breathing out. And then pop yourself onto your knees, shoulder width apart as you round and dip. So you take as long as you need to slowly curl yourself up into a standing position. So try not to rush, just gently turning your toes, and we're going to curl ourselves up in your own time. So rounding and dipping and then rolling up. Bend your legs if you need to. And we are going to take ourselves into a quad stretch. So it's important to use the wall if you need to. Concentrate on the stretch, not on the balance. Keep the knees together. Use a band if you need to. I've lost my head again. I don't know if you can see a different picture to me, but I seem to have lost my head. So front of thighs. And change sides. And feet on floor, shoulders down into our spine twist. So take a breath, bring the arms up and stretch from side to side. And then we're going to turn the whole body all the way round. So as far as you can. So well done. I hope you enjoyed this gentle Pilates clip. Give yourself a breath. And well done.